Did you ever use memory techniques for learning at school already, or do
Yeah,
you? And
I
okay,
did.
for
Uh,
example.
yeah, for example, when I was still at school, it was this year, we always had that English tests every Monday, and it was from English vocabulary,
Mm-hmm.
and the words were like a bit like hard. Like those weren't like the easiest words in English you could see.
Mm-hmm.
And I never really studied for them because I don't know, I just spent my time differently.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the test was every Monday or every second Monday. And I always studied on the bus, on the
Okay.
bus to school.
Yeah.
And somehow I did well on the tests because it was like international words. It was like international names, but with translations
Mm-hmm.
instead of faces.
Right.
So yeah, I used the techniques and I did pretty well.
Yeah, it's a very this is an interesting thing that because names, international names, this is for someone who has not heard about that. It's a discipline where people have to memorize international names, which sound very unfamiliar for many people. So like foreign words, like vocabulary, and it seems to be quite close. Actually, you're quite good in international names, aren't you?
Yeah, I think when I asked about my low light, I wanted to say that I keep having hard times at international names. Like for some time I can do 20s, 24, 22,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's like 15 and I can't overcome it. And I don't know why it's happening, but those are definitely like my hard times, and I don't have that in any other discipline.
Mm-hmm.
It's like cards are pretty stable, numbers are pretty stable, and international names, it's like it depends.
Depends on the stars, or what is it? So what depends on how the names, how difficult they are, how you feel? What is it?
I don't know, it's like in larger periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I just can't come up with like good associations. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, or I keep sometimes I keep doing those small mistakes, like I write the name in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I just like see the name and it's like, okay, it was Y, not J. And sometimes I just know the spelling, and sometimes it's whatever.
Okay, interesting. And yeah, you told us that you are going for study in 5 days. Do you think you can adapt memory techniques to your studies? I mean, it's hard to say right now, but like math and computer data science stuff seems to be not
Uh,
so feasible. What do you think?
I think yeah, I can, but maths is uh, maths is more about understanding the
Mm-hmm.
whole thing. Like you don't have to learn things by heart much. But I think the other thing, the data science might be like the memory techniques might be useful there. And so yeah, I think I can.
Mm-hmm. And what is your take on why? I mean, since when I started, it was always like everyone can learn memory techniques. Everyone can memorize faster and stuff. And it's true, of course. But if you look in the competitions, there are most or many. I'm not sure if most, but many of the athletes are like studying stuff in computer science. Like Bastian, for example, he is also doing math, and he is a PhD student with 22. So it looks like sometimes the people in memory sports are very brainy, if you can name it like that. What is your take? Why is that? Why do you think is that?
I think the brainy people, like we don't become brainy people after memory training.
Mm-hmm.
We can use it to learn, but I think all the brainy people that we can meet here were brainy even before, and somehow why that's how they might have learned about memory techniques. Like brainy people are always like interested in learning new things and stuff. I think that's like the main feature of these people. So at some point, if you are brainy and you find out about memory techniques, it's a great possibility that you'll be good at it.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
maybe we should all talk about a good marketing strategy, like saying you become brainy when you start memorizing things. So maybe
Yeah.
that would work better for us than to get things out there in the world.
Yeah, but I also think it helps a lot to learn the memory techniques. Like if you're not that good at school, you can certainly improve by applying the memory techniques to your studying.
Definitely.
So, and maybe the brainy people become even more brainy.